be more.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome. Please, as soon as you get on here, share this. We've had a terrible life-threatening incident on the farm just now. We've had a serious incident where the police has been shooting at persons on the farm. Please get on there like this and share this right away. Please tag persons to get on here right away. Tag Wayne Monroe. Tag any government official that you can think of. Please, we're going to be live from the farm. We actually are live from the farm. But please, as soon as you get on there, please like and please share. Please. We've had a serious incident just now, and we're going to actually show you the video of it because persons on the farm have cameras on their buildings, and the police didn't know that. And the police didn't know that. And so we caught everything on camera. And we're going to show you some of it now. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a family man, there's a decent, respectable family man who's on that farm and who is right now distraught, who is almost in a panic because of what just went down. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't say this any different than this, that this has now gone too far. It's one thing when you send the military into the farm to flex their muscle, but it's another thing when Philip Brave Davis, the Prime Minister of this country, sends police officers into the farm to shoot at innocent Bahamians. And that is what is happening right now. Right now, innocent Bahamians were shot at on the farm. Someone please call Eyewitness News, call our news, call whoever you can call. But what just happened cannot be allowed to happen in this country. So if you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, Officer Carroll, and this is an officer with a terrible reputation on the police force he's a white police officer who has a reputation of beating black young men on the police force. He's gotten in trouble for that on many occasions. And at one time, I'm told that he was even removed. I don't know how he got back, but he is back on the force. And this man has this reputation. So when you send this man somewhere, you know what the consequences is going to be. All of a sudden, Carol shows back up on the farm, harassing persons on the farm. And Carol and his accomplice, another constable, went on to the property of a young family, a young couple, all right, with young children, and fired their gun at this innocent young man who was unarmed, not hurting anybody, not doing anything to anybody. And everyone who knows this young man knows that he's a very decent, respectable young man, young entrepreneur. And he is a very mild-mannered, calm young man, never gotten in trouble in his life. And Carol and his accomplice decided to fire a gun at them. I am going to now show you a part of that. We're going to show you more this evening when we go live, but we just wanted to make the government know, put them on notice, put the commissioner of police on notice, that this is what you all are doing to innocent Bahamians. You are terrorizing our country, taking all of our land. Now you all are shooting at innocent Bahamians. I'm going to show you the video. All right, I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you two videos right now, part of one and then the other one. And we can show you the rest this evening when we go live. Carol is an evil, decrepit, disgusting human being that should not be wearing a uniform of this country. He is a racist, evil man. That is what I believe based on his actions. He should not be allowed to wear a uniform in this country. I'm going to show you two videos now. And then I'm going to let you hear from the person who was just almost killed by gunfire by these evil police officers that Philip Brave Davis has sent onto the farm while they wouldn't dare touch the Haitian nationals who they are paid to let take our crown land.
Police coming to the yard. Good day.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing well.
All right.
Any particular reason you're building on this structure, sir?
Any particular reason you're building the
Yes, sir.
structure? Well, the reason that I'm a Bahamian, and as the Constitution says that I'm an inheritor of these lands,
Right? You
that
have papers for this land, sir?
I'm a Bahamian. I have my
I asked you,
passport.
do you have any papers from the government?
I have my
approving you to
passport
be
for
here?
these land. The government gave me an acknowledgement letter
Saying,
that they see that I'm here. I put my papers into land and survey.
have you gotten approval, sir?
I have an approval in that they said that, okay, they acknowledge that I'm here.
So you're saying now,
Okay. So the government here, you have the police. This is Mr. Carroll over here.
When he said yes.
This is Mr. Carroll. He
This is footage from this is footage
Yeah, well.
from actual footage from the cameras on the building of the neighbor.
Yeah, well. What he
The
said,
first
Lincoln,
one,
just now was, you could have shoot me. The officer said, yeah, well.
say that again.
What Travis said was that you could have shot me. The officer responded and said, yeah, well.
Wow. And so the first footage was at the neighbor, when they went to the neighbor and they were questioning the neighbor, harassing the neighbor, and then they went next door to where Travis is. And when they came in his yard, he was there, he was outside, and the officer took his gun, pointed at Travis, and then shot at him. Travis was unarmed. I'll let him explain, but Travis was unarmed, and Travis was not a threat to them in any way. And hey that you heard, it was Carol actually telling the officer who was with him, trying to stop him from shooting the gun. All right? So it was Carol telling stopping the officer from shooting the gun. All right? But the officer still shot the gun and almost killed Travis. This is what's happening in this Bahamas. Travis, tell us from your perspective exactly what happened, please.
Hi, Lincoln. It ain't easy just talking like that. It ain't like I just win a race and I get an interview from the news. My life could have been gone just now. And the way it could have been gone is just unbelievable. I doing my morning routine, watering my plants and doing what I have to do. And the funny thing about it is, Lincoln, I just came off line playing roadblocks with my little girl. Wow. And that could have been the last time. Very true. Boy, listen to me. That could have been the last time my little girl could have said she saw her daddy or had a reaction with her daddy. I said, you know, I got the bus where I chill out, AC on, relaxing, doing a hot water in the plants. You know, you got to cool off. I said, let me just look at the camera because I hear the dog barking or whatever. I tell my little girl, let me call you back. We'll play Roblox later. Let me call you back. So I'm watching the officers sneaking on the property, tiptoeing. Listen to me, no trespassing sign, everything. Listen to me. They tiptoe so silent, my dog was sleeping. And you know dogs have keen ears. One take the left, one take the right. I watching all this. So at the time I said, let me just come out and go in the back. When I went in the back, the guns was already drawn. They came on the property with the guns in their hand. Soon as they hear a little activity or a little noise, little panic, the guy shoot off the gun. The little boy, we have little, come here, Judah. You mind?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Come here, Judah. This little boy right here, every single morning and afternoon, he like play with cash. He's come and play with the dog, feed the dog all these snacks. I have to say, Judah, don't give all the dog your snacks. You can eat your snacks for later. But this dog, this little boy come every morning. My neighbor come every morning. Now, suppose he was out there with the dog or out here in the yard with me. And the way the guy hold that gun was unprofessional. First of all, you're back towards me and you pointing the gun like that, running. A gas tank right in the back there. Kids running around in the back here. And after when I say you almost shoot me, your reply could be was, yeah, well. In other words, they hope they did. Like I say, when you bring the military and showing off.
I just want to make this clear. You had no weapons in your hand. You were not a threat to them in any way.
If you want to call a water jug where it's water my plants a weapon, you know these police is calling anything. It's called a cell phone a weapon. And the water jug was at the time was at my feet. And they fire. They didn't even make themselves present. They didn't even make themselves known. No police car. They didn't identify themselves. The numbers off the street. These gangsters, this gangsters act. Even gangsters is identified and tell you what gang I in. They give you more respect.
Wow.
But this ain't no joke. Listen to me. This ain't no joke. See, everybody know me to be humble and quiet. But this what happened today. No more silence in me. This ain't no joke.
This is a last straw.
Seriously, this right here, Bahamas. Listen, if you all in, okay, what you all need to see in order to know this thing real. That was an example. Then listen to me. To bring the military and show off your guns and stuff, but to use them is a different chapter. That's a different page. That means you come in the back there, bullet then in the head.
Yep.
You listen to me. Y'all ain't understand right now. I ain't gonna feel it because my blood, everything that's pumping right now. I ain't even want to look at that video right now, because right now, that could have been the last time I was playing Roblox with my little girl. You all ain't know how serious this is over foolishness. And over foolishness, and to tell me, yeah, well, and let me tell you something, the look on Carol's face when that guy let off that shot, he looked at him like, you serious? But as being a police officer, you have to cover them. You see? You have to cover them. And when that gun gone off, the whole conversation would change. They play like that didn't even happen. But they didn't know. They didn't know it was recording.
So they didn't arrest you for anything. They didn't say that they was going to arrest you for any violence against them. Nothing like that. There was no conversation about you doing anything to them.
You know the police don't hesitate to arrest you, Mr. Bean, if they have a chance to. I wasn't going to be here right now.
So they literally bust shot at you for no reason. And we have the rest of the footage. I'm going to show it tonight when we go live. We have the rest of the footage. But they just bust shot at you and just like that.
Just like that.
And then left.
Just like that and just leave. Just like that.
So,
listen to me. That was so weird. I never seen nothing like that in my. Hey, listen, it's a strong hold on these people. It's almost like they was in a trance. You hear me? They ain't have no soul. You could see straight through. Listen to me. You listen, you could feel when people have soul. It's like we dealing with robot. These people ain't real.
Yeah, when he was leaving, he called us ignorant and stupid. That's what he called us, ignorant and stupid. After I started telling him the Constitution and so on.
And the guy who shoot the officer, when they shoot, you should see him. He was trimmed after. Listen, he could need. Listen, me and him could be in the same therapy class. He could be right on the side of me because he was shaking.
I meet Travis.
He was shaking on the side of me.
You was shaking too.
I still shaking.
I be too shaking too.
I still shaking.
And I was shaking because I come running. I thought they shot you. That's what I thought. I say if they shoot the dog, they can do but 2 or 3 bullets because that's a big dog.
And that's what he could say.
But if they do 1 shot, that's either the chest or the head.
And they could ask him.
I was scared as hell.
If he really had a bullet. Come on.
Wow.
In other words, we ain't shooting no gun. You could ask him, what you mean? You really had a bullet? But they didn't know I was recording.
Yeah.
They didn't know I was recording.
Travis get them to come in front of the bus and we had that conversation. Y'all can see the video tonight. When they came in front of you and I've been talking all that talk. Soon as Travis say, okay, that's fine, it's being recorded. Soon as Travis say that, they hang their head like, son of a bitch. That's how they carry on. That's how they carry on.
And
yeah, so we got it all recorded on Travis. It's recorded on the bus camera, and I record what I saw and everything. I got everything. From they left me, and they was already to Travis. I was on my way coming here. When I hear the shot, my leg gone weak because I was like, shit, that's 1 shot. That's a head or a chest. Because I say, if they got the dog, that's 2 or 3 shots they can do. But I thought they shot Travis, so I come running. And when I look, the police them there, they arguing with Travis and so on. I said, wow. And I record everything. I get everything recorded.
Wow.
But Travis was traumatized. I beat Travis shaking. I ain't like every day somebody shoot at you, you know? So I meet him shaking. He was traumatized. And I was scared as hell because I thought they shot him before I actually saw it.
Miss Green, you were on the way there. And while you were on the way, because you heard what happened, you saw some police officers in buses. What you saw?
Well, on my way here, Lincoln, not too far from the entrance of the farm, I saw a CSI bus, tinted very dark, heading down with, I think, 2 or 3 police cars. So Travis, those are saying that they did not see any vehicles. They came on foot. So I think what they did was they parked the vehicles alongside the road. They came and they walked through. Now, I'm at the understanding that whenever police officers come onto a property, a business establishment, or even at your home, they are supposed to identify themselves.
He never identified himself.
Yeah,
he never identified himself at all.
The bus you saw, one of them was a CSI bus.
Yes.
So that's a crime scene bus.
A crime scene investigation.
All right. So that's not a bus that would normally go on these kinds of missions. So it sounds like they're going to try to concoct some story and lie on Travis. But the problem is, if he had done something wrong, they would have arrested him right then. And we got the whole thing on video, which we are going to show tonight when we go live. All right.
And Lincoln, this is what we're talking about. There is crime being committed daily in our country. People are losing their lives. There are civil crimes. There are crimes committed by organizations, companies, corruption. Okay, and it seems like innocent Bahamian people who are trying to survive and live in this country, who are trying to take care of their family and provide, are being caught up in all of this madness. Okay, I don't know what it is going to take for our people to realize that we right now are we're at war. It seems like a silent war. It appears to be a silent genocide. For now. Okay, this is ridiculous. Lincoln, there is a child. There is a child right now on this property next door, right there in the yard that plays with this dog. There's a gas tank located in the back of this house where the shots were fired. The shots were fired. Travis said, you could have shot me. The officer said, yeah, well.
I'm going to show that part of the clip again because a lot of people are just tuning in. I'm going to show that part of it again. If you're just tuning in, Officer Carroll, an officer known to abuse black Bahamians in this country, was sent by this government, by Philip Brave Davis. Only Brave Davis is over Crown land. He sent this man knowing that he is an aggressive man, knowing his reputation. Okay? He cannot separate himself from that. All right? He knows, because not only does he know that, we actually have already filed a Supreme Court writ against Officer Carroll for these same kind of actions. The last time he was there, he falsely arrested 2 persons and had to let them go. And just before that, he frisked and searched an old lady, a teacher, all right, which we call sexual assault that he put on this teacher. The government knew that. They're watching this. And they sent him back there today, all right, to go and try and intimidate these people again. They heard that I was away and off the island, but I headed to the airport. They heard that I was away and off the island, and now all of a sudden Carroll show up again. All right? And so we have to deal with them. But I'm going to show them to you again. Brave Davis sent this evil, decrepit, racist bastard to harass black Bahamians again on our farm. While illegal immigrants, criminals, are taking our crown land all over this country, and they are harassing black Bahamians. Let me show you that part of it again, but we can show you the whole thing tonight.
I can't get over that. He tell him no, it's relaxed, and then he tell you, yeah, well. Wait.
The young man who was right there, Travis, almost got shot. And almost got shot. And he said to the officer that you almost shot me. You could have shot me. And the officer said, yeah, well, this is what Brave Davis and this wicked, demonic administration is doing to Bahamians. This is what they're doing to Bahamians. While our crown land is getting taken, raped from us all over this country, while they are signing deals all over the world to allow illegal immigrants to come here and just take all our land. They come in and talking to Bahamians, but if you all have papers for this land, this is the country that we now live in. We are going to stand up. We are going to stand up. I'm calling on all of the Bahamians on that land to make sure that you protect yourselves. The law allows you to protect yourselves from anyone, including the police. If you have a shotgun, make sure you have your shotgun. No one has the right to shoot you for no reason. They don't know. All of our buildings have cameras. Schools. We are ready for you. The trees have eyes and ears. We are ready for you. We were waiting for you. We see you. We see what you're doing. We see how you hate Bahamians. We see how this government hates Bahamians. We see how they will sign deals to protect illegal criminals. But they will harass Bahamians like this. This is a cause which I'm willing to die. You're going to have to kill me in the back there. We are not going to take this lying down because this land is all we got left.
It's like they don't want us to have anything in this country, Lincoln. They doesn't want us to have anything in this country. You know, for Carroll to come in the back here and question a Bahamian and to ask him, what gives you the right to build? What gives the Haitian illegal the right to build on my children's land, on my land, on my grandchildren's land? Is anyone asking them that question? How could you ask a Bahamian, an organic Bahamian citizen, what gives them the right? Me being Bahamian gives me all rights in this country. It's like they're trying to stomp us down in the ground.
So after he done say that to me, right? He can tell me he is officially warning me and telling me that I must vacate this premises. I will have a few days to vacate the premises. He was officially warning me. I said, so where's the official papers? He said, no, listen to me. I'm officially warning you. You gotta leave. I say, okay, we'll see how that go. He said, otherwise you'll be arrested and brought before the courts. I say, I'm ready. Let's go. And then he starts saying, but you got my warning. You got my warning. I say, all right, whatever. And they gone.
No one has issued any of us with any cease and desist letters. No one, they put some papers.
He said, I gave him his official warning. He said he gave me his official warning.
He owned Brown Land?
Okay, I guess he owned it.
Well, no, none of us have received any letters from the government. I know they put up some stuff. They stick up some stuff the other day on some trees saying that there's a forest and persons shouldn't enter a forest. That said nothing about Crown land. So I don't know what they talking about. I don't know what they talking about.
This constant harassment against the Bahamian people in the Bahamas needs to stop. We are the one right now who are being harassed. We are the one who are being discriminated against. We are being the one that are being denied the jobs. We are in the Bahamas, in the New Day Bahamas. We are being deprived. And they are setting up our military forces against us. I feel like this is high treason. We have children out here on this farm, Lincoln. Children every day.
Wow.
Carol needs to be removed effective immediately. Brave Davis needs to address the Bahamian people. The farmers on this land have been waiting to have a meeting with Brave Davis, but Brave Davis can open up his mouth and say that he is going to Haiti to go and speak to the gang leaders. That is not acceptable. And I am calling out my prime minister. I am a Bahamian citizen, and Brave Davis, I am calling you out. You will address the Bahamian people.
Resolve the problem over here with the guy.
You will address the Bahamian people. You are not a demigod. You are our employee, and your people is asking you to be accountable because you promised transparency. Right. You promise accountability. Right. You promise a new day, and a new day is what you need to deliver on, or you need to vacate our house now.
Now I'm going to give you some advice, Travis. I need you all to go and make an official police complaint against what happened. The fella shot at you. I don't need this to go to complaint and corruption unit. He actually shot at you for no reason. You had no weapon. You were not a threat. They're going to try and lie and say there was a dog present, but your dog was in its cage. All right. So, you know, sometimes when the police shoot someone, they'll lie and say the person tried to take their gun. You wasn't nowhere near him. All right. Griffith, there is your witness. You wasn't nowhere near him. And obviously, if you had done something wrong, they would have arrested you. And we have them on camera leaving and not arresting you. And so obviously you didn't do anything wrong. And so we need you to go to CDU and immediately make a complaint. Maria Doxson is going to be assisting you. Go and make a complaint for this man. It's attempted murder. All right? Yeah. He fired his firearm at you. That's attempted murder. That's a police officer attempted to murder you for no reason. Because they were sent to harass persons who are on that farm to intimidate us to leave. But we are not leaving. Can you all get this in your head? If you're going to lock us up, lock us up. If you're going to kill us, kill us. We are not coming off our land. While you all are giving our land away, to Haitians.
We have no place to go.
And Americans. And Canadians. These people are living and farming on our land. It don't take nothing from us. Our 3.5 million acres to let a Bahamian have one. And you all are now shooting at us.
With no remorse, no
we
care.
Are dogs with no remorse. Yeah, well, we are going to file another lawsuit against Carol and that other police officer. We have him on camera. And we're going to make an official police complaint. I need you all to immediately go to CDU to file an official complaint against that rabid dog that Brave Davis keeps sending to harass Bahamians on the farmland. So it went from sexual assault to false arrest to bringing military to intimidate us. Now you're shooting at us. Brave Davis, can't you see that you have to kill us Bahamians to get us off our land? Huh? While y'all give the whole of Cowpen Road away?
While they give the whole of Abaco away. They giving Abaco away. No military forces in Abaco.
Really? They're building houses, they're farming on our land, but you fooling with Bahamians? Farmers, it's time for us to get serious, you know. You all look at what is happening and you all put down politics. Because in a couple of years, we ain't gonna have nothing. Abaco is being, they building every single day. We just show the proof. They taking our land. And then you send in Carol to shoot at Bahamians? To intimidate Bahamians?
See, let me show you something, Lincoln. I cannot stand people who throw rocks and hide their hands. Once a person have an agenda and a plan, even if that plan takes 20 years to accomplish, they will stay in character until that plan is accomplished. Brave Davis, you do not have a heart for the Bahamian people. It is clear where your loyalty stands. You are not for the Bahamian people. You are an employee. You were placed there by a few Bahamians. You were placed there to operate on the behalf of this nation, Bahamian people, and in the best interest of this Bahamian nation, this people, us. The secret deals, the unaccountability. We need a leader who is going to perform on behalf of the people. We need accountability. We need transparency. We need a leader who is going to address and assure this nation. Because this is a nation of hurting people, angry people, tired people. And we have yet to hear from the captain of this ship.
Ship sink already, crazy.
What happened in the backyard was unacceptable. We will not accept it. You will address this matter. And people would ask, who are you to summon the prime minister? Remember, the prime ministers, the leaders, Lincoln, Maria, any leader, any political leader, they are not demigods. They are not your gods. They are your employees. Therefore, you have the right as a Bahamian citizen or any other nationality in your prospective country to demand that your leadership lead in the best interest of your country, the best interest of the generation coming up. We have the power. It's time we use it. Not every 5 years. Use it.
So Brave Davis goes to LA, signs a deal to allow immigrants to come and flood our country, to come and break our laws by landing in our country. He signs a deal that is against our law. Never happened before in world history. See, these other countries don't have a law reference to that, you know. We have a law where it's a criminal offense with a jail fine, not just you deported, It's a criminal offense with a jail fine of 1 year to 2 years. 2 years a person to aid and abet them, who have them. It's a criminal offense. Brave Davis just went and signed on to an agreement that breaks our law.
Goes against our constitution too.
And
Lincoln.
After we expose it, he sends Carol on the farm to shoot at us.
Lincoln, let them believe this, and this is the truth. Y'all go look it up yourself. Haiti has their immigration policies and laws, and they are highly enforced. They are highly enforced. So when we demand that our immigration policies and laws be enforced, you see the psychological work they try to work on us and call us ignorant. They call us xenophobic. They call us every single name in the book but a child of God, because we want to see our policies and our laws enforced like the other rest of nations are doing for themselves. They treat the Bahamians like we don't know what's going on, like we don't know. Lincoln?
What?
I just needed a moment of silence. It's frustrating. Because I'm sitting next to Travis. When I came out here, he was not in a good state. He was trembling. His nerves are on him. And like he said, he could have been dead. This is a young Bahamian man. He isn't on the street gunslinging. He isn't robbing. He isn't raping. He's a hard-working man. Very respectful. This is a silent genocide. I say silent genocide. So much of our men are dying in the street. Our young people are leaving this country. Our professionals are leaving this country. And Lincoln, they're leaving too because they want better opportunities. They want opportunities and they don't see any here. People are coming in, foreigners are coming in and taking the land that we are possessing, that our government have a problem with us doing. But the foreigners are coming through the front door and purchasing the land that we cannot afford. And the illegal foreigners are coming through the back door and sitting on the land and squatting on it and taking it. And no one in leadership is saying anything, doing anything, trying to stop it. They aren't sending the military to them. They're sending it to me, an organic Bahamian. They're sending it to our grandmothers. They're sending it to upstanding young men who just want to feed and provide. And provide, Lincoln, the way the illegals are coming on our land, building, feeding, and providing for their families, making money and sending it back to Haiti.
While Brave Davis is sending police officers with guns to shoot at Bahamians, let me show you what Lion Brave Davis was doing in LA. I can show them again before we go, because I need you all to go to CDU to file an official complaint against Carol and the other police officer. Here it is.
Last day of much conflicted the Americas summit, United States unveiled its migration plan for the region. U.S. President Joe Biden, along with leaders from countries in the Western Hemisphere, pledged to step up actions on the regional migration crisis. Now, 20 countries joined Biden for a ceremonial unveiling of the plan that aimed at creating incentives for countries taking in large migrants and spreading responsibility. Measures also include the United States and Canada taking in more guest laborers, providing pathways for people from poor countries to work in richer ones and offering greater protection for migrants.
20 countries coming together to launch.
Rewind that a little bit here. I want you to see something. That man right there in the back of him, in the yellow shirt, is Philip Brave Davis. In the yellow tie, sorry. That's Philip Brave Davis. Right to the back and to the right of Biden. It says 20 countries signed on to this nonsense to open our borders. But then he came back to us saying, oh, they was trying to force me, to pressure me to do something. No one pressured him to do nothing. They suggested it, and he ran and signed on. I have this in writing. I'm going to show it tonight. They only made a suggestion. Everyone didn't sign on. Mexico didn't even show up. Mexico said, hell no. And this affects Mexico more than anyone else.
They didn't sign up for that. Lincoln.
Yeah.
Lincoln. The Bahamian people did not sign up for that. Brave did not consult the Bahamian people. There was no referendum. Brave did not consult us. We did not sign up for that. We did not agree that our country go in that direction. Brave made that decision on his own.
So they didn't give them.
And he was not forthright with it. Now this explains why we have so much illegal landing. Now this explains why there are no more expatriation. See, action speaks louder than word when they can't step to you and give you the answers that you seek.
Let me
every time, Lincoln, sorry, one more thing. Every time the PLP gets in, the FNM gets in, the first thing they do is deal with foreign interests. They never address first the interests of the Bahamian people. It's always first foreign interests. They always taking care of the foreigners. Always.
Wow. All right, let me finish playing this for them.
20 countries coming together to launch the Los Angeles Declaration on Migration and Protection. With this declaration, we're transforming our approach to managing migration in the Americas. Each of us is signing up to commitments that recognizes the challenges we all share and the responsibility that impacts on all of our nations.
Now, President Biden emphasized on the 4 core pillars of the declaration, namely stability and assistance, making sure that communities welcoming refugees can afford to care of their essential.
They're going to even give assistance to communities who are accepting them. In other words, you get some money for letting them in. This is what Brave Davis signed on to. We have him to the table with them sitting next to the Prime Minister of Barbados. Ladies and gentlemen, we need change urgently. Philip Brave Davis, because some people just tuning in, sent police officers into the farm where Bahamians are living and farming. These are decent, respectable entrepreneurs that you're seeing on here today. These are not gangsters. These are mild-mannered gentlemen these are men who decided that they want to farm. Travis is a very talented young man. He plays the saxophone for a living. He has events. He's not a troublemaker. He's not a gangster.
That's why
they didn't send police onto the farm to harass us again. They heard I was off the island, so they decided to send Carol again, because the last time I was off the island, that's when Carol started coming in. When I reached, he started coming. And so they heard I was off the island, Carol was sent again. So I'm going to head to the Miami Herald, guys, and I need you all to head to CDU. I need you all to head to the criminal investigation department. I need you all to file an official complaint against Carol and that officer. They were concerned together. All right. Do not let the police officers trick you. Please carry Maria with you all. Make sure you have your attorney present. Don't let them trick you. You committed no crime. We have all of the footage. The footage is already in the clouds. They can't get rid of it. They can't hide it. And what happened there was wrong. And I want to say to the senior officers at CDU and the Commissioner of Police, etc., a wrong was done. Please don't try to cover up this wrong. A decent, respectable young man with a wife and children was shot at by the police unlawfully. Let's just do what's right. If a mistake was made, man up to the mistake, and let's move on. Don't try to lie on or victimize this young man. It was wrong. If you want people to come off the crown land, start with the illegal immigrants who are taking our land, our crown land, because we are not coming off our land. It's not going to happen. I'm headed to the Miami Herald and then to the airport. I need you all to go to CDU to do what you all need to do. And we're going to file an official writ against them. We'll have that writ filed in a couple of days. All right? So, and a writ is already filed against Carroll. So even knowing that a Supreme Court writ is already filed against him, he continues to defy the court. This is a matter before the courts because a writ was filed against him for harassing persons on his farm. There's also an injunction that says that they shouldn't be harassing persons in an unregulated community. Yet the government decides to go and play democratic all over the world, but they are breaking their own laws in this country. And they are doing what is undemocratic, defying the actions of the court, defying the law itself. That is what the government is doing to the point where they're shooting at Bahamians like dogs. Travis, you have anything you want to say to Brave Davis?
Lincoln, be honest with you, if I say something right now, it ain't gonna be some good words. All right? My life right now, my life almost was taken. My life was fucking taken, Lincoln. That ain't nothing to play with. Listen to me. Lincoln, all due respect, I don't want to say the wrong thing because right now, Brave Davis, my life is almost taken. That's all I can say.
All right, so everyone arm yourselves because now the government is showing that they're going to attempt to take our lives because we don't want to come off the farm. And make sure that your cameras are rolling. Make sure that that you have space, storage space. Make sure that anytime you come into contact with the police that you're recording, not only with your cameras on your buildings, but with your cameras on your phones. Do not have any conversation with them that is not recorded. No conversation at all. They will lie on you. So we have phone recordings and we have video recordings of what went down. And we're going to make sure that this is dealt with to the fullest extent of the law. And we're going to make sure that the Bahamian people knows exactly what is going down. They know the reputation of our Officer Carroll. And so by sending him, it is their intentions to do what they're doing. And they're going to receive punitive damages for that. This is aggravated. Okay?
Lincoln, we will be going to CDU, and we ask our fellow farmers to join us there out at CDU to support Travis as we put in our statement.
We need everyone under the sound of my voice. If you're a Bahamian, we need you to go out there to CDU now to support this young man.
Travis' fiance is here, and she is very emotional right now. I'm sure this isn't a good feeling. I personally hate to see people hurt and cry. So that bothered me because Lincoln, that kid, Travis is me. Travis is you. Travis is each one of us as a Bahamian citizen. Okay. This is.
Is she willing to talk?
No, she is very emotional, Lincoln.
Wow.
She's very emotional.
Any Bahamians under the sound of my voice, Travis is headed to CDU. We need you to go there with him. not just persons who are on the farm. Let's head to CDU and let's make an official complaint, because this is ludicrous. This is what they're doing to Bahamians in our country. And we ain't taking this. We're not taking this lying down. Bahamians are being treated like trash. When they decide to do a sick out because they ain't getting their money for years, they are called criminals. Call it an illegal sick out. All manner of stuff. When they decide to possess their land, they are criminals. While everyone else possessing and taking our land. They could bring the police and bring the courts against their own people, but they can't do it to these people who taking and raping and robbing our land. We need the Bahamas for Bahamians, man. And so we're going to tune off now. We need you all to go and file an official complaint. Talk to Maria while you're on the way there. Get her there with you. And we're not letting this go. And we're going to keep the whole Bahamas updated on what happened in this matter. That Inspector Carroll and his accomplice went and fired a gun at a Bahamian on the Crown land. They're trying to intimidate Bahamians. This thing happened. And so we're going to tune off now, and we're going to see you very soon. Thank you all for tuning in.
Good afternoon.